Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Data Logic. Today we are going to look into some of the basic features of RStudio and learn about its applications. We are going to look into topics like introduction to RStudio, installation of RStudio, packages, basic mathematical operations in RStudio, data types, and some exercise questions. Coming to introduction, R programming or R software is an tool used to analyze statistical information, graphical representation, reporting, and data modeling. It allows to do modular programming using its various functions. R allows integration with the procedures written in C, C++, NET, Python to improve efficiency. R is one of the most important tools which is used by researchers, data analysts, statisticians, and marketers for retrieving, cleaning, analyzing, and visualizing the data. Some of the popular applications are as follows: Facebook, Google, Twitter, Xbox One, FDA, and many more. Let's look on how to install RStudio. The version which we are going to work on is the latest RStudio 3.6, which provide added features such as compact representation, sequences, serialization, formatting, etc. Now we will click on the right side box to start installing the RStudio. You can also find the installation link for RStudio in the description box below. R packages are the collection of R functions, sample data, and compile codes. These packages are stored under a directory called library. During installation, R installs a set of packages. We can add packages later when they are needed for some specific purpose. Only the default packages will be available when we start the R console. Other packages which are already installed will be loaded explicitly to be used by the R program. R provides library function which allow us to get the list of all the installed packages. Now you can see on the screen we will execute the library function and you can see the list of packages. You can see the list of packages now. Now let us start by using some basic mathematical operations in RStudio. Plus sign is used for addition of entered data. Minus sign is used for subtraction. Divide sign is used for division. Multiply used for multiplication. Upper arrow known as exponent which act as raised to and can be used as root function. Let's execute some operations on RStudio compiler now. 10 plus 2 is equal to 12. 10 minus 2 is equal to 8. 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5. 10 into 2 is equal to 20. 10 raised to 2 is equal to 100, known as square. Let's start working on RStudio by a very basic command commonly known as printing the famous words hello world. String assigned to hello world. Print bracket open string bracket close. Enter. Here the symbol between string and hello world act as a global assigner to assign any value. Here we are storing hello world value by creating a string, and when we type the print statement with our string in parentheses, we execute the statement and hello world is printed as output. This is an example of simple line command. Data types. Data types are used to define or identify about which type of data is being used. Basic data types in RStudio are numeric, which shows decimal values data, integer, which stores the value as an integer, complex, which stores complex values, character, which is used to represent string value, and logical, also known as boolean, is a special data type for data which only two possible values can be constructed as true or false. Let's talk about numeric here. We are assigning 10.5 to x, and by typing class x, we are checking the class, or you can say that type of it, which is numeric. In integer, we are assigning 1000L to x and checking its class, which is showing as an integer. For complex, we are assigning the value and the class as complex data type. For character, we will assign r its existing value to x and check the class, which will be executed as character. In logical, where value is shown as true or false, we will assign true value, and on checking its class, it will execute as true. Now let's look into if statement. An if statement is written with the keyword if and is used to specify a block of code to be executed if a condition is true. Example: A is equal to 33 and B is equal to 200. We are adding an if condition, which is B is greater than A. If B is greater than A, then it will execute the mentioned print statement. And on pressing enter, you can see the output on the screen. Now let's head towards else if statement. Else if statement is somewhat similar to if statement, but here we are adding additional condition else. The else if statement in RStudio is a way of saying if the previous conditions were not true, then try this condition. Again, let's assign value to A and B as 33. And adding if statement, which is B is greater than A. And else is statement as is equal to B. And now let's press enter and see the magic of else if statement. In this example, A is equal to B, so the first condition is not true, but the else if statement is true. So we print the screen that A and B are equal. Now let's play with if else statement. The else keyword catches anything which isn't catched by the preceding conditions. Let's assign values to A and B as 200 and 33. Let's add an if statement with condition as B is greater than A, and else if condition as is equal to B. Now this is where magic begins, and we are adding another else statement, which is to print A is greater than B. In this example, A is greater than B, so the first condition is not true. Also, the else if statement condition is not true. So we go to the else condition and print to screen that A is greater than B.